Hello everyone, Alim Shah here. So today's topic is PSUR section 17 benefit evaluation. Okay, as you know, PSUR the main core why that we are writing this entire report is to understand the benefit risk evaluation of that particular product. So section 17 is particularly focusing on benefit evaluation. What benefits does your product carries? So that evaluation we will perform, and in section 18 we will focus on the evaluation. Again we will go for a benefit risk evaluation. We will go first, we will focus only on section 17, then we can go for section 18. What benefit your product does contain? This section we are presenting in a three subsections: section 17.1, section 17.2 and section 17.3. I am going in a very lighter note because this entire scope of this understanding is only for the new joiners, or newly they have entered into the particular aggregate reporting. For the experienced candidate, they might have already gone through variety of scenarios and they know better in and out of the particular section. To understand here the gist of this particular section is, in section 17.1 we are talking about important baseline efficacy and effectiveness information. It means the baseline it represent the baseline it represent the reference safety information. The reference safety information could be your CCDS, company core data sheet, or the reference document what you are using at the company level. Some companies might be using SMPC, some company might be using some product circular, fusion circular, whatever it may be. If it is a established product, whatever it may be, what is the reference document you are using for the particular PSUR? That could be the RSI baseline RSI. It means for the PSUR, if you are writing for 1 year period, the RSI which was effective at the beginning in this particular section, okay, for example the date of 1st Jan 2014 to 2nd or 1st Jan 2019. If you are writing a PSUR, then you need to check on 1st Jan 2024 which RSI was effective at that particular time. You can pick that particular RSI and you can write the authorized indications here. Indications means authorized indications which was approved and authorized in that particular RSI. You will write this particular information here. It talks about efficacy and effectiveness. Efficacy, the term always we use during the clinical trial setup. How efficacy that particular IMP was in that particular clinical trial in the particular phase. And effectiveness, the term usually we will see the routine, our clinical practice, how effect that particular medicine for the particular indication. That is the difference between the efficacy and effectiveness, and you are going to draft this particular section. So the take home message is, go and check at the beginning of your review period which RSI was effective. Take that particular RSI and list down the indications based on the template or whatever the information you have, company specific. You can draft this particular section. So usually section 17 is basically the clinical team, the clinical research team is responsible for this particular section. Okay, that one you can keep it in mind. And during this review period, again there might be multiple times, 1 or 2 or 3 times the RSI could have changed. That is fine, but you can take this information and you can draft this particular. This is the take home message. And when you are coming to section 17.2, the focus here is any additional information, additional info have you received during your review period for these authorized indications. This could be your first point. Have you received any additional details or additional information on authorized indications? And apart from authorized indications, no other informations or additional indications are authorized. For example, if you receive anything, any new information apart from these authorized indications, this is not allowed. That you need to be a thumb rule. Okay, unless until if that particular new information what you got apart from the authorized indication that have any impact on the authorized indications, then you can present, that is okay, but it is always behind the authorized indications only. That you need to be keep it in mind. Third point, you need to keep it in mind that during this review period, have you received any new indications? Any new indications has been authorized. Why? Because here you have taken the initial RSI. Probably there could be twice, thrice the RSI would have updated or revised. During that time, there might be some new indications would have approved by health authority. You can list down the new indication. You can focus on new indication, not a problem. Okay, that's how this particular section talks about. And last point is always they are having one more additional criteria stating that when if you are writing a vaccine PSUR or if you are writing a molecule that related to vaccine or any anti-infective, you should be bit keep it in mind that these type of products usually they have the impact on the therapeutic environment. Okay, because over the period they would be having may impact on the efficacy and effectiveness over time. If you are taking a vaccine over a period, you might have tolerated. Same like anti-infective, you need to complete your dose. Second time when you take the same antibiotic, it may not work. So those kind of variety or those kind of category of products, you should keep some more attention and you need to talk about the particular medicinal products. So section 17.2, it's talking about again authorized indications only. Have you received any additional detail? And no other new information on apart from these additional authorized indications are not allowed unless until the new information what you got that have any impact on the BR of benefit risk in the authorized indications. Third thing is anything new indications, and fourth thing is just you need to focus on this particular additional category of the medicinal products like vaccines or anti-infective which have impact on over period. And section 17.3, which again will focus based on this and this, they will perform a categorization of the benefit. So in categorization of the benefits there could be scenarios like you might have got any one scenario could be no new information you got. If no new info, if you got, simply you will write that 17.1 whatever it is, the same thing. So that could be just you can cross refer above and you can finish this particular section. And you might have got some new positive info, but it might not have any impact on the BR level. So in that particular scenario, any benefit there might not be have any kind of impact. So you can write a succinct summary. So in a very short way you can write and you can finish. There is some new information, however there is no impact on any benefit. So this is a gist of the particular overview. And third thing is you might have got some significant benefit details or any other new information. There the clinical team perform the critical evaluation. So critical evaluation means there is a set of criteria, they will keep it in mind and they will perform, they will check the benefits under those criteria, and they will write a detailed way of characterization about that particular new information as a characterization of benefit. So how well we are talking about in this critical evaluation. So critical evaluation means usually they will focus on evidences, some evidences whatever you got. Okay, evidences whatever you got, what are all the strength of this particular evidence, what are all the strength of this particular evidence, and what are all the limitations of this particular evidence. They will keep some criteria and they will check, okay, these how well the strength and the limitations of the evidence on efficacy and effectiveness. Example, they will check this particular evidence of benefit when they are comparing with another means comparators they have, and what is the effect size they have used and what effective size we have used, and what are all the methodologies they have performed, what are all the methodologies we have performed, example in a clinical trial setup. And they are checking the consistency across other studies and the available informations. So those things they will check, the evidences they could able to check. And also they can able to check the surrogatory endpoint. So you might have heard that particular word, surrogate endpoint. So surrogate endpoint is nothing about whenever you are going to achieve some primary objective. Example, I could say that whether it is a cardiac or rheumatoid arthritis, if the patient is got, and before the primary objective, and you are performing some lab test or some x-ray or some scanning you are performing, where it shows some positive signal of lab results, like it is going to the track, something, it is getting reduced, the image, the CT scan image, or whatever you are performing, that the radiographic image, it shows some good sign that the inflammation has been reduced for arthritis. So these and all surrogate endpoints, but you didn't achieve the primary objective, wherein the biomarkers, it shows that there is a good result is going to, we are navigating towards the good results. So that surrogate endpoint also they will check. And also they would check the duration and the comparative efficacy. In clinical aspects they will check all these things. And also the one more important point is, in clinical trial you got some kind of evidences how well it is supporting to the generalized population in the post-marketing setup. So in post-marketing setup, a determination of extent to which the efficacy findings whatever you got from the clinical trials are generalizable to a patient population treated in the medical practice, in general practice, how well. So the take home message of 17.3 is, again, it's a clinical team responsibility. And if there are some clinical trials are performing and they got some new information, that is a new kind of benefit evidence what they got, and they are categorizing that particular evidence, and they are dissecting that evidence, and they are giving what are all the evidence strength and what are all the evidence weakness. They are they are categorizing through this all these factors. So the take home message is, in 17 you are performing a benefit evaluation under these three subsections. 17.3 is giving the more strength, because it's giving the characterization of the new information if you got. Some of the established product may not have usually the the detailed way, but whenever there is a innovator or the upcoming bringing up molecules, means the medicinal products, yes, does contain have the detailed characterization of the benefits. Thank you. We will see next section in the next class. Thank you.